Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today we are going to cover Chapter 7 Energy. What is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work. The SI unit of energy is joule. Energy is needed in many activities. It is used in schools to light up our classrooms. Vehicles such as cars and buses also need energy to move. Energy is needed to power appliances such as laptops and mobile phones. It is also used for cooking. We also need energy to run and play. We use energy even when we are sleeping to keep our hearts beating. We can get energy from different sources. The sun and fossil fuels are common sources of energy. The sun is the main source of energy for the world. Most of the energy that living things use comes directly or indirectly from the sun. Let us see how energy from the sun is used. The sun gives out light energy. Plants use light energy from the sun to make food. And most animals depend on plants to get energy for their daily activities. Wood from plants can also be burned to provide energy. When living things die, they decompose into substances that may turn into fossil fuels over millions of years. These fossil fuels are used to generate other forms of energy. Heat energy from the sun is used to provide warmth for living organisms. It is also used to dry our clothes. Over 300 million years ago, plants and animals that died were buried on the ocean floor. The dead remains of plants and animals turned into crude oil and gas due to high pressure and heat. Millions of years later, the crude oil and gas are extracted to be used as energy sources. Some examples of fossil fuels are crude oil, natural gas, and coal. Brunei Darussalam is known for its great reserves of crude oil and gas. Red shaded areas shown in the figure above are the oil and gas reserves found in Brunei. Crude oil is obtained from under the seabed. Oil rigs and nodding donkeys are used to pump crude oil from underground. Crude oil is a mixture of different substances. These substances are separated in an oil refinery into many types of fuel. Some examples are gas, petrol, kerosene, diesel fuel, heavy oil fuel, lubricating oil, and bitumen. The crude oil mixture undergoes fractional distillation to separate its components. Natural gas is usually found together with crude oil under the seabed. In some countries, natural gas is used in homes and factories to fuel heating during colder seasons. It is also used in cooking. In Brunei, natural gas is used as a fuel in power stations to generate electricity. Gas is pumped from underground, then it is processed in an oil refinery, which will eventually be transported to power stations. At power stations, natural gas is used as fuel to generate electricity. And this is how we get electricity for our homes. Gadong Power Station is one of the power stations found in Brunei. Coal is obtained from mining deep underground. Sometimes excavators are used to mine coal. Coal is used in power stations to produce electricity. There are different forms of energy and they can be used for various purposes. There's heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electrical energy, kinetic energy, and potential energy. And there's three types of potential energy, which are chemical potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and elastic potential energy. When something has potential energy, it means that it has the potential to release energy. There are three main kinds of potential energy. First, we have chemical potential energy. This is the energy stored in substances that can be released through chemical reactions. Some examples that have chemical potential energy are batteries, petrol, and food. Our bodies also contain chemical potential energy. Next is gravitational potential energy. This is the energy an object has because of its position or location. For example, this ball has gravitational potential energy because of its position. When an object is at a higher position, it has more gravitational potential energy than when it is at a lower position. You also need to know that a heavier object has more gravitational potential energy than a lighter object at the same height. Finally, we have elastic potential energy. This is the energy an object has when it is stretched or compressed. For example, when a rubber band is stretched and when a spring is compressed, they have elastic potential energy. Kinetic energy is also known as movement energy. It is the energy that an object has due to its movement. All moving objects have kinetic energy, just like these examples below. Both types of transport have kinetic energy because they are moving. The greater the speed of a moving object, the greater its kinetic energy is. Electrical energy is the energy which makes electrical appliances work. It is a useful form of energy that can be transformed into many other forms of energy. Heat energy is an energy that we can feel. It is used in homes for cooking, ironing clothes, and heating water. In factories, heat energy is required for many processes such as smelting metals, making chemicals react, and creating steam to turn turbines. Light energy is an energy that we can see and allows us to see our surroundings. The sun is an important source of light energy in the day. Without light, the world would be completely dark and we would not be able to see the things around us. Other sources of light energy are lamp and campfire. Living organisms such as the firefly can also give out light energy on their own. Sound energy is the energy that we can hear. It is caused by vibrations of matter, such as the vibration of guitar strings, piano strings, and car engines. Sound travels from one place to another because the air particles also vibrate. Therefore, sound cannot travel through a vacuum. A vacuum is an empty space where there is no air molecules or matter.